The European Super League, the hot topic of the footballing world at the moment. Now, before we go and talk about the pros and cons of having this league, the fans' reactions and the reactions of the authorities like UEFA and the respective football federations of of different countries, first let's discuss what the proposed format of this supposed new league is going to be. It is going to be consisting of 20 teams, out of which 15 founding teams are going to take part of in it every single year. Out of the 15 founding teams, 12 teams have already been announced. Three further founding teams are yet to be finalized. And apart from these 15 teams, five other teams from all around the world will get to take part in it, which will be based on a qualifying process similar to that of the UEFA Champions League. Based on their performance in the previous season in their domestic leagues, but it's not exactly like UEFA Champions League because there are already 15 teams which will take part each year, irrespective of their performance in their respective domestic leagues the previous season. So that is the big major debate, big major difference, and it is a very big hot topic for debate at the moment. Let's discuss what the format is looking at. 20 teams divided into two groups of 10 teams each, who will play each other in home and away fixtures starting from the month of August. Now, these fixtures will be played midweek, and the clubs have said that they will also be participating in each and every of their national competitions. Say, for example, we take an English team, they will still be participating in the Premier League, in the FA Cup, in the Community Shield, and all of those competitions that the Carabao Cup, I'm sorry, and all of those competitions that they already do as of right now, apart from the Champions League and or the Europa League. Now, the UEFA and the English FA have said that any player taking part in this European Super League will not be permitted to take part in the local domestic league, or for that matter in the UEFA leagues or any FIFA organized league. So this is the repercussion that the authorities are trying to put over these new clubs. Coming back to the format, from the two groups, the top three teams from each group will directly qualify into the quarterfinals, and the other two slots of the quarterfinals will be filled in by team number 4 and team number 5 of each group playing a playoff match against each other. Again, we go into the knockouts, and it'll again be a home and away two-legged fixture, with the final happening in the month of May the following year. Now, it has been rumored that this league is set to kick off this very year. Now, why are fans not very happy about it, and why are fans raging at the possibility of this new league happening? It is because of the very format that it follows. 15 teams, irrespective of their domestic performances, will get to take part in it. Now, the whole glit around the UEFA Champions League is that you get to play in the UEFA Champions League, which is considered to be the most prestigious tournament of European football, only based on your merit. It does not matter how big the size of your club is. If you do well in your domestic competitions, you get to play in the UEFA Champions League, a format that has done well for a lot of the smaller clubs all around the world. Now, this is something that has been disregarded completely when it comes to the European Super League, because 15 teams, who are one of the biggest clubs all around the world, will be taking part of in it, irrespective of what they do domestically. So it is just a case of the richer getting more richer, and the poorer not having a stake to play in it. Now, the Fiorentino Perez, who is the chairman of the European Super League, says that he is trying to do this for the good of football, and the five teams who will have a stake to claim for those five, other than five spots, apart from the founding teams, is doing good for the game on the whole. But it is very hard to see this point. It is very eminent and obvious at the moment, looking at the greater picture, that these clubs are just trying to break away from the normalcy of football that is prevalent at the moment to make more money. Remember, the UEFA, if you qualify for the UEFA Champions League, you get a cash bonus of 75 million. But if they take part in this European Super League, the financial model is such that each and every club is set to make over 350 million, and that is purely financial gain, a purely financial decision that these clubs have taken. But one thing that we need to keep in mind before we start blaming each and every club for taking this decision has been made by the owners of the club. The manager and the players were not involved. Yesterday, we saw Jurgen Klopp say in an interview that the players and the coaches are being blamed for taking part in this league, but they are also humans and they have also found about this the same way you and I have, and they were not involved or asked about to make this decision. So it's very important for us to direct our anger and our frustration in the right direction and not harass the players on this issue. Only time will tell whether this how this is going to play out and whether teams are really going to take this up going forward, or it is just one of those things that has just started and will fizzle out once there is pressure from the UEFA and different football associations around the world. But fans at the moment are very disappointed, and this might just be what hurts football, the sport, in the long run. We'll keep discussing it as we hear more developments as we go along into the week. I'm sure there will be a lot that will be said about the Super League as we go along. Until then, let's keep waiting and watching.